Hello everyone, how are you doing today? I'm Casper and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going on a historical walk. Well, two walks actually. These programs are part of the Singapore SG. These are part of the Singapore Heritage Fest that takes place every May, and part of this festival is that there are many events and programs. So I'm taking part in a couple of those, and today's one brings me to the Civic District. I'm outside Victoria Theatre, and I drag my siblings along. You'll see them later. So the walk we're going to go on, I forgot the name. I'm going to put it here because the name is kind of long. So I'll add it in later.
Laptop's not going away.
I just got the Bluetooth device and a headset for the tour. Gonna hook up now. Is that how you'll say it? Hook it up. Sounds wrong.
That's our lovely volunteer guide for today.
So our first stop of the walk is actually where we met up, the Victoria Theatre and Concert Hall. We've given a little bit of a showdown on the major history points, such as it was built in... I forgot the year. I just heard it like barely 5 minutes ago.
The Victoria Theatre and Concert Hall started as a town hall in 1862. A second hall was added in 1901 and followed by the tower linking them in 1906. The building was designed in the Victorian revivalism style that was popular in Britain during that era. This gave the complex its signature look with the Italianate windows and was the first building in Singapore built in this style. What we see today is the result of a major renovation and upgrade that happened over 4 years from 2010 to 2014. The facade and some features from the 1905 structure were retained and restored.
Also, for those unfamiliar, this is a statue, a very signature statue of the founder of modern Singapore, Sir Stamford Raffles. Heading over to the next stop, Kavanaugh Bridge.
Kavanaugh Bridge links the Civic District on the northern bank to the Commercial District on the southern bank of the Singapore River. Before it was constructed, people had to cross the river via a detour over Elgin Bridge further upstream or by paying for a boat ride. It was constructed in 1869 and is the third bridge to be built in Singapore. The bridge was named after Major General Arthur Kavanaugh, the last India-appointed governor of the Straits Settlements, who governed from 1859 to 1867. In the late 1880s, the bridge became overloaded due to the flourishing trade on the Singapore River and was converted to a pedestrian bridge. A police notice was erected at both ends of the bridge to bar the passage of vehicles beyond 3 centimeters or 152 kilograms. This notice is still there till this day. So where did the heavy traffic go? You'll find out soon.
I really think that the Singapore River is just about the most scenic place in Singapore.
In today's corporate language, Kavanaugh Bridge did not have bandwidth even after bringing Ord and Red bridges on board. Anderson Bridge then came online in 1910. The bridge comprises 3 steel arches with supporting steel ribs extending across them, 2 rusticated archways and a fluted pier at each end. I find it rather elegant.
But now on Anderson Bridge, which is meant to replace Kavanaugh Bridge, and there's a lot of noise now. Okay, there's a bridal show going on, and then there's roadworks going on. They're preparing for the Formula One race in September because this bridge is actually part of the racing track. Interesting, huh?
As of the end of the year 2021, Anderson Bridge is now fully pedestrianized. This is the Esplanade Park. It creates a frontage and link to showcase many of Singapore's historical landmarks within and around it. From here, we have a view of the shiny theatres named after it, Esplanade Theatres on the Bay. It's a bigger and more modern evolution of the Victoria Theatre and Concert Hall from 140 years ago. The physical bridges that we crossed on this tour also served as the metaphorical bridge between the two performing arts centres that bookend this tour.
Big thumbs up, yes. Yeah, how about big love? Yes. Got it. Thank you.
Thank you so much,
Thanks.
everyone. I hope you had a good time today.
Thank you. Our last stop on the walk is an Empress Walk with a view of the Esplanade, the Arts Centre. We got a little bit of an introduction to it. And yeah, it was a short, pleasant walk with a very great view along the Singapore River. I'm going to head over to a second tour. Getting a call from the guides for the next tour. On my way to the next stop at the National Gallery. This is a hot spot for photo shoots, so I've already walked past a bride on the street, and then now there's couples in beautiful ethnic gear, and up ahead there are students in their graduation gowns and motorboards having a shoot too. Snap. The tour has started very quickly. We are walking around from the National Gallery now to the Esplanade Park, where I came from actually. But anyway, the name of this tour, I will put it on screen here because I cannot remember it again. I almost forgot. I did a video about it for a previous visit. You can view it here on screen. No, it's this side. Go watch that video.
This memorial was erected in 1954 in honor of the late Lim Bo Seng for his heroic acts and selfless sacrifice during World War II. This memorial is also the only structure in Singapore that commemorates an individual's efforts during the war.
I'm back along this Waterfront Park. This is also a stop on the second tour.
From the 60s to the 80s, this park used to be a popular dating spot with 5 grand angsana trees. Sadly, they were wiped out from a fungal disease in the 90s. It was only 7 years ago in 2015 that fungal-resistant trees were successfully transplanted back here. The cenotaph is a war memorial that honors the brave men who died during World Wars I and II. It was completed in 1922. A second dedication, but without names, was added in remembrance of those who died in World War II.
Onward to the next stop, St. Andrew's Cathedral.
The church has existed on the site since 1836. The current building was constructed between 1856 to 1861. It was designed in the neo-Gothic style and still looks absolutely stunning today, almost 170 years later.
St. Andrew's Cathedral is very interesting.
The Civilian War Memorial was built in memory of the civilians killed during the Japanese occupation of Singapore during World War II.
I've gone past this memorial so many times, but I've never really stopped by to take a look. Well, maybe once during a primary school tour. And today we are here, so let's go in and take a closer look.
The four identical pillars, each 17 meters high, represent the shared experiences and unity of the four major races of Singapore: the Chinese, Eurasian, Indian, and Malay. Since its completion in 1967, a memorial service has been held every year on 15th February to remember the victims of the war.
A very snappy tour. We're now on to our last destination, the Raffles Hotel, which is just across the street from here.
The Raffles Hotel Singapore started as a privately owned beach house built in the early 1830s. It was turned into a hotel in December 1887, with the owners intending for it to be a high-end establishment. Our knowledgeable volunteer guide regaled us with interesting tales of the celebrity guests who have stayed there. This long list includes Charlie Chaplin, Queen Elizabeth II, and Rudyard Kipling.
Okay, the tour ended and I'm fleeing because the sky is threatening to open up. I already felt a few raindrops. Okay, so that was the conclusion of our second tour today, and it was really interesting. We did a very nice walk around the civic area and in City Hall. We signed up for a few more activities coming up soon, so look out for those too. I will leave information in the description box below if you are keen on knowing what is the Singapore Heritage Festival. Alright, gonna go grab a drink and stay out of the rain. Please give me a like and a subscribe if you like this video. Thank you, stay healthy and safe, bye bye.